Hi friends, welcome back. It is March 6th and the extended forecast for Northern Virginia is looking a little bit cold. It's going to be in the 30s at nighttime, but that is totally fine because what we are planting today is cold weather crops that can sprout and germinate in this type of weather and can tolerate frost, so that is not an issue. Today I want to tell you about 4 different types of crops that you can plant today that will grow fast and give you a yield probably by the middle or 3rd week of April. So we're talking about 5 to 6 weeks before you can do your first harvest. One of my favorite things to grow in early springs are all sorts of different radishes. I have this black Spanish round radish that is super tasty, and you can use it in soups or you can use it in salads. I also like to grow cherry bell peppers, which is probably the easiest radish you can grow. And in about 28 days, you can be harvesting radishes. And another one that I like to grow is this watermelon radishes. And they are a little bit more hard to grow. I don't know why they're so complicated to grow, but they are so cool. They look like a watermelon inside when you cut them open. So I like to grow them every year. The second type of crop that you can do right now is beets. These beets right here are super delicious when grown in spring because they are a little bit sweeter than anything that you can grow during the hot summer months. So I definitely recommend that you plant your beets right now. The third type of crop that you can plant right now is anything in the brassica family or any leafy green that you can think of. So mustard greens right now will do really well, collard greens, lettuces, and spinaches. So any leafy green that is cold tolerant, and most of them are, you can plant them right now. And the last thing that you want to plant right now are root crops like carrots or parsnips. These do really well if you plant them early enough. Now with carrots, it's kind of hard to sprout them. So once you plant them, cover them with a little piece of cardboard because they like the darkness. And then in about 7 to 10 days, they'll sprout and you'll have carrot seedlings. And in about a month from there, you can start harvesting and thinning them out and get some carrots to eat. Parsnips are a new crop for me. I grew them last fall and they did well and I like them, so I'm gonna plant them again today, and hopefully I can get a crop before it gets too hot because these two things here like to bolt as soon as it gets too hot. I am going to be planting everything that I just told you about right here in this raised bed. This raised bed is only about 20 inches wide and about 5 to 6 feet long, not very big, but in this little area I'm going to be starting little seedlings that I can use to transplant to the rest of the garden once the temperatures outside get a little bit warmer. I am going to be starting all the leafy greens in little furrows like this, and then I'm going to be overseeding them so that when they sprout and then they become bigger, I can take them from here and plant them outside of the greenhouse so that I can have a lot of seedlings for my other raised beds. In this little bed here up against a little piece of wood, I have planted some peas, and my plan is to put a little trellis here about 2 feet tall so that I can grow peas right here in the back of this, and then the rest of it I can grow my leafy greens. The first one I'm going to plant over here is my bok choy. I really enjoy bok choy and I want to have a lot of bok choy to eat this spring. Here's what the raised bed looks like now, all planted. These are in lines like this. And then over here I planted a bunch of beets, and maybe you see the little holes in here. I put 2 beets per hole, and hopefully I'll have germination in a few days. Underneath my little station here, I also planted more carrots right in here. I did about 3 rows per plant. These are carrots, these are cherry bell radishes. Then I have the watermelon radishes and then the black radishes right here. In these little pots right here, I planted some choi. I overseeded this so I can use it as seedlings. And over here, I planted some parsnips because then I can take this container out and then make space for other things once they sprout. The other seedlings are looking great right now. I am thinking about moving them into a different space, maybe outdoors. I am thinking about moving these into the little raised bed that I have that has the cover on it. That way they can grow a little bit easier. These seedlings don't have true leaves yet, so I don't want to put them out before they have true leaves. The cilantro is starting to put out new leaves and true leaves as well. So these will be ready to be transplanted very soon. And these right here, they need a little bit more time. And once they develop a first set of true leaves, I'll pick the strongest one and let that one grow. Spinach is looking great. A few more days and I can transplant them out. And that is all for today, my friends. So I gave you 4 different categories of vegetables that you can plant into the ground right now. And even if you don't do it right now, you have all of March to do it. And so get ready, go get out, get some seeds and plant those into the ground because it is time to get gardening. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and I'll see you on the next one.